Hey guys, this is Mario here with another video. I wanted to make a video on the recent news that they're going to go ahead and do some more weeks of shooting for Suicide Squad in the DC franchise. And of course there were some other nuggets of information that came out too, with Wonder Woman being pushed up in June of 2017, which is going to come out sooner. But really mainly I wanted to focus on this video on Suicide Squad because there was a report, I think by Heroic Hollywood, that basically was saying that they're going to be doing reshoots, and the reasoning why was because a Warner Brothers producer said that all of the moments inside the trailer for Suicide Squad, like both the international and our version, were the funniest, or probably all of the funny moments in the movie, basically. And to me, like, I liked Batman v Superman. I didn't walk out raving about it or anything like that, and I'm a huge Batman fan. And Batman was great in it, but as far as the movie goes, it slightly disappointed me because it could have been so much more epic and so much better. But the one thing I've always liked and has remained consistent is the tone for the DC universe. And the tone of this universe is gritty. It's dark. It's nothing like Marvel. And when I heard this news that they're doing reshoots to make the Suicide Squad movie funnier, I mean, I like levity, don't get me wrong. I love moments of levity in a movie if it calls for it. David Ayer, the person who's directing Suicide Squad, I have so much faith in him. I loved Fury. I've loved a lot of his other movies that he's done. He has a great take on serious and just badassery. And having tools in his belt like Harley Quinn, like the Joker, like, pretty much the whole cast of the Suicide Squad, I don't want it to be some kind of hokey, gang comedy where the bad guys are just being stupid and evil. Like, I want it to be serious. I want these bad guys to really mean business. And, as far as the tones for Man of Steel and the tones for Batman v Superman, I don't mind the fact that the humor is kind of lacking because that's not the movie we're not seeing a comedy here. And just because, Marvel's doing, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't care what Marvel's doing, to be honest with you. Marvel is a whole other entity, a whole other property. And we could talk about, like, well, how much more successful they are or whatever. They started way sooner than we did. We barely got started in 2011 with Man of Steel. They got started in 2008 with Iron Man. I'm not here to draw comparisons here. All I'm saying is, I don't want Warner Brothers to basically start doing what Marvel's doing because that's working. I want them to stick to their guns and stick to this dark and gritty universe. And, even in Christopher, people, I don't know why people, like, now when they're talking about, like, oh, Man of Steel is so dark and bleak and, the tone is just so dreary and blah, blah, blah. Are we forgetting Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy all of a sudden? Because I feel like people are just blanking on that whole franchise, and because that had so much comedy and so much humor, and everything was just laughs here and there. No, it was dark, it was gritty, there was hardly any humor, and the humor you did laugh at, it was like unexpected humor. It's like when the Joker had all the grenades and he's like, you expect to blow us up and walk away, and he's like, yeah. Like that was a Joker type of humor, but that's not, he wasn't doing anything hokey. And I just don't want for Suicide Squad to do anything like just for the sake, we need to put more levity in it because that's what people are wanting, and I understand that people, there's two types of comic book movies: the movies that are made by Marvel and the movies that are made by Fox. And Fox with X-Men has hardly any levity. There are moments of levity, don't get me wrong, but it's far and few between, you know what I mean? And all I'm saying is, like, with comic book properties, they have to do what works. And all I'm saying is, like, we can all debate and see, like, did Man of Steel work? Did Batman v Superman work? Well, all I'm saying is, like, I just personally love the tone they're setting. I love the fact that they're getting these iconic gods, from, anyone in the Justice League: Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Aquaman, Green Lantern, Cyborg. I like the fact that I'm going to see them in a more serious tone. And if you want to go and see those characters in more of a levity, then go watch the animated Justice League. In the 90s and even in the Justice League Unlimited in the early 2000s, those were fantastic. And if you have not seen those, you need to go on Netflix right now and you need to watch those like ASAP. But all I'm saying is, like, with Marvel and what Marvel is doing, everyone is basically, I feel like that is like the Apple of movies right now. Like, you know, everyone needs to copy them. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I've been Android forever and a day because I just prefer that operating system. And all I'm saying is everyone has their tastes and what they like. And I'm not trying to bash Apple. All I'm saying is just like, because Apple is very successful with the iPhone, that, you know, same thing with Marvel and all the Marvel proper movies, everyone's just basically comparing that to everything else. And all I'm saying is, why can't stuff just stand on its own, you know, and support it? And, you know, I'm on several fan pages on, you know, Facebook for, you know, Marvel movies, for DC movies, because I'm just a comic book lover. I don't care if it's Vertigo, if it's Image, if it's DC, if it's Marvel. If it's anything on an adapted page on the big screen, chances are I'm probably going to love it. And all I'm saying is, like, as far as Suicide Squad goes, Warner Brothers, you gotta just stick to your guns, man. You can't, you know, get all sweaty and stuff like that because numbers aren't going your way. And all I'm saying is, you know, the numbers for, I personally believe that when it's all said and done, Batman v Superman is going to make over $1 billion. Because if, like I said, if Transformers 4, Age of Extinction can make $1 billion, and that was the most shit of a movie I've ever seen in my life, I would rather see Batman v Superman any day, the rest of my life, than ever see that movie ever again. And I'm not trying to talk about Michael Bay in that way, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. So let me know what you guys think, and jump in the comment section below and just let me hear your thoughts on what you think of what's going on with Suicide Squad. Do you like the fact that the trailer's been making you laugh, or maybe do you like the fact that the tone that the DC universe is setting is way more serious and way more, I'm not going to say grounded, but I'm just saying it's in a dark and gritty, Christopher Nolan-y type of tone. And do you like that in your movies? Or do you like the fact that you want to go in a Marvel movie and just kind of like, ha ha ha, it's so bright and chipper and, you know, everything's so, you know, whatever. Just leave your comments below. I want to know. So, like, subscribe. See you guys later.